So, when you hear healthcare, your mind probably jumps to doctors, nurses, maybe a clipboard, right? That's what I used to think too, until I started digging. Turns out, healthcare looks very different behind the scenes. In some of the most interesting roles, you don't need a medical degree, you don't need scrubs, you just need the right skills and a laptop. These companies are hiring for remote roles in support, product, tech, all kinds of departments you don't usually hear about. So if you've ever wondered how to do meaningful work without burning out at a bedside, let me show you what's out there. Okay, first up is Grow Therapy, and I love what they're doing. They're a remote-first company that helps licensed therapists start and grow their own private practices. So instead of trying to replace human connection with an app, they're building the support systems behind it, the boring operational stuff most people don't think about, but that actually helps therapy feel more accessible and consistent. They've got remote roles across the US in areas like business operations, engineering, and insurance support. So if you're someone who values clarity, collaboration, and making a real difference behind the scenes, this might be your kind of team. And the perks? They've got mental health mornings, winter breaks to fully unplug, flexible hours, a remote setup stipend, and they've been named one of Inc.'s best workplaces for 2025. Basically, the kind of benefits that actually make space for your life, not just your deadlines. Next up is Mind Color Autism, and if you've never heard of them, you're not alone. They're a mission-driven company supporting families and children navigating autism care. But here's the twist. While their work is deeply people-focused, some of the roles they're hiring for, they're remote, coordinated, based in the US, and quietly powerful. We're talking about care coordination, credentialing, and people operations. The kind of behind-the-scenes roles that make everything run smoother for families already juggling a lot. And the Team First vibe isn't just talk. They offer up to $300 in wellness reimbursements, paid holidays, extra health days, and growth-based raises twice a year. So you're supported, recognized, and actually given the room to grow. They also make Glassdoor's 2025 Best Places to Work list, which checks out honestly. So if you're naturally organized, people first, and find purpose in helping others get the care they need, this is a meaningful place to land. And if you've ever worked in early childhood care, social services, education, or even healthcare admin, Mind Color might feel familiar in the best way. They're not asking for perfection, just care, clarity, and commitment. Now, let's talk about Medallion. They're doing some seriously important work behind the scenes in healthcare. Their whole mission is about making the admin side of provider management less of a nightmare. Think licensing, credentialing, compliance, all that red tape that slows down healthcare. They're building tools to untangle it. And because they're remote first, they're hiring folks who love solving complex problems from anywhere in the US, across teams like engineering and product, operations, and sales. So if you're the kind of person who's wired for efficiency, thrives on building better systems, or just loves making messy processes make sense, this might be the crew you've been looking for. They've also got a team culture that emphasizes ownership and flexibility, which means you can bring your ideas to the table without having to be loud about it. And not to brag, but they also earned a spot on Glassdoor's 2025 Best Places to Work list, a true reflection of the supportive, people-first culture they're nurturing. Last but not least, Tava Health. This team is on a mission to make mental health care more accessible, affordable, and stigma-free, especially in the workplace. They partner with forward-thinking employers to offer therapy as a benefit, making it easier for employees to get support when they need it. Tava isn't just another telehealth platform. Their whole approach is rooted in connection, outcomes, and trust. That shows up in the way that they treat their providers, their team culture, and their product design. They're remote first, hiring across the US for roles in departments like operations, research and development, and marketing. And they're serious about flexibility. Think generous PTO and a true emphasis on wellness. And if you've ever worked at a startup, led projects on small teams, or built systems that scale with care, you'll feel right at home here. So yeah, when you think about healthcare, it's not just doctors and nurses anymore. It's product folks building better platforms. It's ops teams untangling the messy stuff. It's humans helping other humans without needing a stethoscope. If you're craving more meaning in your remote work, but don't want to start from scratch, these roles could really be a good fit. And hey, even if you haven't worked in healthcare, Don't count yourself out. Roles like these depend on people who know how to support others, stay organized, and solve problems. And that might be exactly what you already bring to the table. Remember, your remote career starts here. Bet on yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.